This was the beginning of the end for a leader who had clung to power for almost 4 decades. As 2025 drew to a close, the people of Iran began to fill its streets with just one aim: chanting for Ayatollah Ali Khamenei to go. Even for a regime defined by its brutality, what followed was unthinkable. Streets becoming outdoor morgues as his forces fired on their fellow citizens. Khamenei appearing on state television, acknowledging that thousands had been killed, but blaming foreign influence, especially his longtime enemies, Israel and the US. He had perhaps been fortunate to survive an onslaught they subjected his country to 6 months before, a 12-day war erupting after Israel launched airstrikes on Iran's military and nuclear sites. Both sides trading missiles, before the US used bunker busters to target 3 of Iran's nuclear facilities. "We know where the so-called supreme leader is hiding," said Trump at the time, "but we are not going to take him out, at least not for now." But despised as he was by his opponents, Ali Khamenei transformed Iran more than any of its leaders and was revered by the regime he shaped. His was the most unlikely story. He was born to an impoverished family of clerics far away from the Iranian capital, Tehran, becoming radicalized in the dying years of the Shah, the 1970s, defined by decadence and an alliance with the West. That all changed in 1979. The Shah overthrown, as exiled religious leader Ayatollah Khamenei returned, with Ali Khamenei, by this time a trusted lieutenant, at his side. No sooner was Iran's Islamic Republic established than it found itself in a war for survival against neighboring Iraq, leaving over 1 million dead and Iran on its knees. Then the founder of the Iranian Revolution died. But into this void, Ali Khamenei was named to succeed Khamenei as Iran's supreme leader. He took power in 1989, making him the longest-serving leader in the Middle East. But his greatest achievement was transforming Iran from a regional pariah into a regional, even global power. He embedded Iranian influence by establishing powerful proxies, such as the late Hamas leader, Ismail Haniyeh, and through Hezbollah's late leader, Hassan Nasrallah. He also developed Iran's nuclear program, saying it was for civilian purposes. It's still unclear how much of that program survived. This is Ali Khamenei at the height of his rule in 2017, voting in an election that was a foregone conclusion. But then the network of influence he'd built began to crumble. After the October the 7th atrocity in Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu took revenge for Ali Khamenei's support of Hamas and Hezbollah in Gaza and Lebanon, methodically, deliberately destroying the power base he'd crafted. Iran's economy also in meltdown after the international sanctions lifted by a 2015 nuclear deal began to be reinstated. Its people struggling to feed their families, and under his leadership, killed when they dared to protest. Ali Khamenei's vision of greatness for his country ultimately leaving Iran shattered and weaker than he could ever have imagined. Rachel Younger, ITV News.